Hello. Let's do a May goals roundup. It is June the 5th, and yeah, May was kind of a fun month, especially there at the end. So, this is actually, the smooth months. You know what? You don't actually need goals as much as when you have rough months. And rough months is when you go, like, okay, things went off the rails, but I've got goals to look at to be able to kind of hopefully get myself back on track. So let's go through goals. So number one, time with Ja, weekend activity with Ja, walk with Ja. Actually, that was really well done. Um, we went to, I think disco night was the month before. We went to a uh, a, uh, a smut slam kind of celebration thing, which was fun. We did that with a couple of friends, and that was a really enjoyable thing. Ja has started her treatments up in Nanaimo, and I am supporting her by taking weekends, days off on the weekend, to be able to kind of drive her up and be there to pick her up at the end. So that's all really going well, I think. Yes. Number two is walking daily with the dogs. This is where we run into COVID because I hit, I think on the May the 23rd, somewhere in the May, in that kind of the last couple of weeks of May, I got COVID. And so up until that point, I've been doing daily walks with the dogs. I have not gotten back to the walking daily with dogs. I'm actually just about to get back to work this week coming up, so I'm probably not going to walk the dogs then. But I would say that my goal is that by next week, I am back to regularly walking the dogs. Part of working on uh, my uh, my lung capacity, which has definitely taken a hit with having COVID. Number three, early to bed, early to rise. For the most part, that is fine, except yeah, I got COVID, so it was mostly just bedtime. Number four, light night snack. Actually, I've kind of switched up my menu there because I was just having such a large snack that I've just kind of whittled it back to just some pumpkin seeds and some chocolate, maybe some olives, and just try and keep it at kind of a small, light snack at bedtime. I like having something to eat when I'm getting into bed and reading a little bit. So I'm still going to keep it, but I'm really trying to. I have actually even, well, I guess with COVID, things were really messed up there for a while, but uh, overeating wasn't the issue at that point. Uh, Number five, phone and earbud hygiene. I've continued with that. That hasn't stopped at all. Uh, Number six is work on time, which was going okay up until I got COVID. Then just there wasn't any work in there. I've had about a week and as such off work. So yeah, there was that. Number seven is doing the daily physio exercises, which once I got back, I was feeling even slightly okay. I made a real point of getting back to doing physio exercises because wow, being on my ass, have not being able to get up, that really I could feel that doing a number on my back. So as soon as I could, I got back into doing my physio exercises as well as my wake up exercise of doing kind of leg lifts, which I found is a really big part of keeping my hips in line. So yeah, I'm continuing to do that. I've done that today. And that is something that, oh boy, I really need that. So I do continue to do that. The daily to do check in and completion each morning, up until COVID, that I was, for the most part, getting that done. It is definitely one of those things that I need to still make an effort to say, hey, at the beginning of the day, do a to do list check in because that really helps me focus my day, and I'm going to need that going forward since I've got less capacity, but I have it up on my June calendar, and yeah. So it's definitely, it's not super hardwired into me yet, but it's something that I do find useful when I do it. Number 9 is my booktube channel, which definitely got completely dropped for the thing. The goals that I had here were do a Need for Words review, which I have not done. Uh, that it's a rather daunting task because of how large of a thing, but I should think about that review and how I could perhaps do that in a less overwhelming manner. One that would just because it would take up a lot of time. Continue to stay off of BookTube and keep on PR 5147, which has not been an issue. Yeah, that's been very easy to do. Continue to make review videos. I have not made review videos. I've got The Witches Are Coming, uh, uh, and I Have No Mouth, But I Must Scream, which actually I think I did do a review of that. I knew I was a very relaxed review because I knew I wasn't going to release it, but I did do a review of that. Okay, well, I did actually do a review of that. And Less is Lost, which I might not really have much to say about because I don't, I, I, I found that a disappointing book, but okay, let me not do the review here. Uh, and then I finally had make narrow subject videos on things, idea file, discussion tags as my weekly vocal videos. Yeah, that was my plan, is the idea of making my vocal videos more like plan a discussion video on something on one day and then film the video and just sort of do that as a way of exercising my voice. Boy, my voice, which is I can really feel it at the moment. Number 10 is outlining my Duffel Puff novella daily, making basically a scene list and kind of going through and writing down what I did. It's more of a skim of doing it and just doing a couple of chapters each day. They're all very short chapters, and that actually I've actually for the most part been able to keep up with. There was definitely that again that COVID period, but I actually have, and I'm very close to being done that Duffel Puff outline, and that'll be something to think about for my June goals. Is like, okay, once I've got that list, what are my plans? And I won't get into it. I think I've got thoughts, so that's good. Number 11 is other writing projects, which is write on during the weekday daily, which I was, and then I haven't been because I've just been sick and not up to it, and I'm still. Uh, I've got up at 7:30 a.m. for at least 2 sessions a day on the weekdays. Maybe that's where I'll start tomorrow, is trying to get up in the morning and trying to do little writing sessions each day. That would be a good thing to do. Um, I've got publishing on LE, 2 stories, including one already in the pipeline. So I think I've done that one. So I've done managed one, but the other one's completely gone off the rails, and we'll see. And work on a larger project, the M to M story. Oh yeah, the M to M story. That is actually probably the larger project that. Oh, I see. I've got a couple of projects which are drifting around, and I probably a part of this June is going to be gathering up all the pieces and seeing what I have, and then deciding what would be the best use of my time. What could I maybe finish off and then be able to edit and publish it on LE. That's a good thought. Number 12 is daily journal keeping, um, with work on vignette slash subject each day. I think I had a couple of days which were just I've got COVID written on them. I have managed to kind of keep that list, because the daily journal has a list of what I've done during the day, and then it has a little me writing. The writing has been very rudimentary, but I have done that, and I have done the list, which is pretty good, pretty good. So I have kept up with that. I haven't left, that has not completely stumbled to a halt like my writing has. 13 is reading on the weekend. First thing in the morning, 2 hours a day, R mark on the calendar. Yes, I've been able to do that. Number 14 is the daily doodle draw box project. So produce a doodle every day, post a doodle on DA every day, and do draw box exercises every day. I have done the first two. To a certain whatever degree, I've managed to keep on producing doodles each day to be able to post a doodle, a erotic, smutty, lame, terrible doodle on DA each day. I've done that, and I'm not. I think I was at number 56 or something like that today, which is like 56 straight days of doing that, which is awesome. That is good. That I can see that I'm gaining more facility that way. What I haven't been doing, and is even before I got COVID, was doing the draw box exercises, which is like, yeah, that's where I can see where while I'm doing doodles, and that's great. Uh, I'd be better served if I could combine that with continuing to try and work on fundamentals, which I really lack. So that would be the other thing to do. That's something to work at in June. So there's another thing for June. Number 15, outside garden tasks. A is mowing the lawn, which was slightly behind just before I got COVID and is now super overgrown. And I doubt if I'm going to be mowing the lawn this week because I'm going to work on Tuesday tomorrow, and I need the energy to be able to do that. And if I mow the lawn, I will be so screwed. So I'm at some point in June that I will get back on the box with that. Watering plants. I was watering plants until I wasn't, and then Jackie was. And then whatever's on Jackie's list, which we'll see where it is. Um, Indoor herb garden. It's kind of a lot of it has died off, but there's some of it still alive, and I've kept it alive, so that's good. I've cleared a corner of the office, which I did do agree, but we'll have to see how that goes. Um, 17. God, I can feel my voice, just like the amount of energy I have for all this is definitely down. 17 is vocal improvement, doing a no ums video weekly. That fell off the cliff because there was just a couple of weeks in there where I've had no energy. And there was probably I was struggling with my vocal videos on a topic. That also was difficult to do. I did do a anxiety video check-in on the 15th. That was good and that was useful. Uh, I was able to get once I was able to get back to my vocal exercises, vocal exercises. I've been able to keep up with that because I hook that with my physio exercises, so it's good to get all that done. And a part of that is also reading Orlando Furioso at this point out loud. So I'm reading something out loud, and that's Orlando Furioso has been very useful for tracking what my vocal lung capacity has been, and it's definitely down from where it was before COVID. Um, Doing a vocal exercise video, basically 2 to 3 weeks apart, just recording myself doing them, which I have been doing, and I did get that in before I got sick with COVID, so that is good. And then I've got continue to add, change up vocal exercises, incorporating Rodenberg perhaps first. So that'll happen. That has happened a little bit with the though I've been doing an abbreviated version of that just because of I'm just not had the energy to do it. So yes. And then 19 is supporting / checking in with Ja on her to-do list on Keep Notes that we share. And part of that is clean list for daily tasks, which is completely fallen off because of COVID. But there's a couple of things there that, yeah, depending on where Ja is at. But I just in general, I mean, to begin with and to start off and to end with, Ja of trying to be a present partner for Ja, and also, yes, trying to be supportive for Ja as much as I can support her in a healthy way that is that helps her. That helps her. All right, that is a very low energy goals wrap up for May 2023, and I will probably try and get tomorrow I will do June goals and try and get that done fairly early in the morning, so then I can rest up to go to work, which is my goal. Is yeah, I'm at work from Tuesday to Friday next week, and then I have Saturday off because I'm going up island with Ja on the Sunday. So we're gonna well, actually I think we're going up on the Saturday. We're gonna go up on the Saturday, so I'm gonna go up with her, and we're gonna have a nice time. Actually, that'll be good. That'll be good because we've got stuff going on then. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Hope you are having. Hope future self has a bit feels a bit better, and I hope if you for some reason stumbled on my May wrap up video for 2023, I hope your month was good. I'm just really tired. All right, I'll leave it there. More videos later.